Hello students, I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Now in this final part of the chapter, we are going to study some of the very basic questions and their explanation. First one, solids can have any number of free surfaces, explain why. In case of solids, individual particles of the substance are held tightly in place by connections to many other particles. And that is the reason it's a very common question which is asked in different examination, that explain why solids have a rigid shape, definite volume, they are typically crystalline and have all free surfaces. The answer is solids are those substances which have a definite shape and a definite volume. The reason is that the molecular arrangement of the solids is in a very special way. As you can see on your screen, that the molecules are very closely and tightly packed to each other. That is the reason they are non-compressible, cannot flow, and therefore can have any number of free surfaces. Now the next questions. Liquids do not have a definite shape but take the shape of the container. Why? As you can see on your screen, there are different vessels which are kept, and all the vessels have got different shapes. If we pour the same amount of water in all the vessels, then the water or that particular liquid will take the shape of the container. The reason is again the molecular arrangement. As the molecules of the liquids are not tightly packed, they can easily shift and adjust by taking the shape of the container in which they are kept. Not being compact, liquids don't have a fixed shape. Another very common example, as you can see on your screen. Nowadays we all know that the glasses have different shapes and different volumes. So when you pour some amount of water in a glass, you will observe that the water always takes the shapes of the container. This is the most common example, that liquids don't have a definite shape but take the shape of the container in which they are kept. Now students, we are going to study some of the very basic definitions which belong to this chapter. The first one is your elements. What are elements? Elements are the pure substance that cannot be separated into simpler substances by physical or chemical means. Now when we talk about elements, we talk about all the elements which are present in your periodic table. You must be knowing that there are 118 different elements in your periodic table. Pure substance is a substance with only one type of particle called atoms. All atoms of an element are identical regardless how much you have. Now you must know that atoms of any element combine with other atoms of that element and form molecule. Structure formed by the molecular arrangement is called as molecular structure. Some elements exist as single atoms while others combine together to form one molecule. Compounds. According to its definition, pure substances made up of two or more different elements can be separated into smaller substances by chemical means. Atoms form compounds to become more stable. Some examples are water, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sodium chloride, aluminium chloride, magnesium oxide, and lithium oxide. Now once we have studied the definition of elements and compounds, let us try to understand the difference between the two by taking some examples. On the screen you have got certain elements and compounds which are given, so now pay attention. On the left hand side you can see helium. Helium is the second element of periodic table. Here we have got one atom of helium. Next to it we have got oxygen molecule. Why am I saying oxygen molecule? The reason is that there are two atoms of oxygen which are combining together to form one molecule of oxygen. That is why oxygen molecule is an example of element, And we know that according to its definition, an element consists of similar types of atoms, and here we can see that there are two similar oxygen atoms which are combining together to form one molecule of oxygen. Now on the right hand side we have got one example of a compound, that is water. In water there are three different atoms in total. Two atoms of hydrogen combine with one atom of oxygen to form one molecule of water. Since there are two different atoms in one water molecule, that is why it is called as compound. Now students, this completes your first chapter, that is matter. Do watch the videos again and again, and pause the video for a while if required, and copy down all the essential contents which are there on the screen. Thank you.